Access Sportsnet Lakers brought to you by Arrowhead at Mountain Spring Water. I'm Chris McGee. Big game, James Worthy, Byron Scott, Mike Bresnahan. We got Allie Trudell covering the post-game show down there. Lakers get their 5th straight win. They beat the Clippers to go to 16 games over 500. On a night with no Rui, you lose Austin Reeves in the first quarter. The Lakers once again find a way. The bench was absolutely incredible tonight. But it's how hard the Lakers played on every single possession. Two-way contract guys in Jemison and Goodwin getting over 20 minutes each. Dalton Connect, production off the bench. Luka and LeBron doing their things. But really, guys, the defense, again, is the story. Holding the Clippers to 102 points, 14 steals, big game.
Yeah, I mean, we talked before the game that, guys are going to have to step up, next man up. Not necessarily have to have superstar type games, but do them by committee. And that's exactly what they did tonight. I thought Goodwin's, his contribution, just the little things that he did to kind of keep the game afloat when they needed some big buckets. Obviously, Vanderbilt and Smith, I just thought collectively without Reeves, without Rui, they just grinded it out and was really tough as a team. They showed some grit tonight.
I'm so glad you brought up Vando because, to me, he was one of the players of the game without doing it in the box score. He was a plus 20. Yeah. The way that man played defense. And Jemison, two-way contract guy, you didn't even know his name. Like a month ago, right? I'm just saying, a lot of people, plus 19.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the two unsung heroes of the game tonight. And like you said, with Jared, we talked about him earlier. He's just a dog. He's just one of those dogs that we talked about that just gets after you every time on the floor, So watching his plus minus is interesting because, like you said, if you look at the box scores, he's not going to have the 15, 20 points, 9, 10 rebounds, but he's going to shut people down. He's going to do all the little things, the little dirty things that people don't want to do, putting his nose in places that people don't want to put him, getting the rebounds, the tough deals, and just being a damn dog on the defensive end of going after people. So you got to love what he brings to the table.
And just the way he caused havoc and harassed Kawhi or James Harden. I mean, that's the story of the night.
Harden 5 for 22. Yeah, made 1 3. I mean, Harden was way off his game tonight. Yeah, this is all about the Laker defense. Yet again, another game where they allow barely over 100 in the last 2 weeks. I mean, that's been their MO. They are stomping people defensively. They are clamping down unbelievably. Vanderbilt, a big part of that. Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, 3 steals in the last few minutes for Gabe. So, I mean, this is all about their defense. People said, okay, they got Luka, but they're going to lose Max Christie and AD. How are they going to stop people? They're going to have to win games 136 to 135. That's not the case at all. The Laker defense is legit.
Lakers are 17-4 in their last 21 games. Wow. Which is about that. Almost allowing me to forget the Charlotte loss. Let's go back downtown. Dorian Finney-Smith is with Mike Trudell.
All right, Dodo.
They can be not just solely on the stat, but a lot on the stat. How good are you on the second night of the back-to-back? What does that tell you? A, you're talented. B, you've got depth. C, you've got grit. Lakers are now 6-2 on the second game of back-to-back. Does that mean they're going to win along in a few months? I don't know. But I've always liked that stat. I've always found like the Kobe and Pau teams, the Kobe and Shaq teams, those teams are always really good on the second night of a back-to-back. Depth, grit, and talent, too. This team has it, too.
And we talked a little bit about this in the pregame show, like finding ways to win when you're not playing your best. The great teams do that. And here's a crazy stat when you look, the start a minus, okay?
Wow.
The bench all in the positive. Gabe's plus 11. Goodwin's plus 14. We already mentioned the other guys. So a complete team effort, as Dorian Finney-Smith said. And one thing, big game, win or lose, you notice over these last few months, they're always playing hard.
Yeah.
There's not a night where you say they're not playing hard. They're not competing.
Playing hard, from start to finish, and a bench that knows how to complement their starters. I think when the bench comes in, they know they need scrappiness. They need some, force some turnovers. Goodwin comes in. I like that. Dalton comes in. He hits some big shots. I think the bench really supported the starters tonight. They did what they need to do. Defensively, making stops was key. So yeah, the chemistry's good. From 1 through 14.
Great pickups by Rob Holding and the staff. I mean, Jemison the third and Goodwin are getting minutes.
Yeah, getting minutes and being very productive.
So how about this, by the way? since the All-Star break, they're barely giving up 100 points a game.
Yeah.
6 games.
I think Brad said it earlier.
In this day and age.
Yeah, Brad said it earlier. I mean, 102 tonight. They've been giving up an average of a little over 100, like 100.4, 5, something like that. And when you're doing that on the defensive end on a night-to-night basis, you give yourself a chance to win every single night. And like you said, sometimes the offense is going to come and go. And right now, the offense isn't clicking, real good. When you look at the team, some careless turnovers and things of that nature tonight. Just kind of throwing the ball around a little bit. But the defense kept them in the game, got them the lead when Luka started hitting a couple of those shots, and then it basically carried us through this win tonight, despite playing against 8 people. The referees they tried their damnedest to get in the game too, or give the Clippers a chance to win the game. But the defense prevailed tonight. You got to give the Lakers second unit a lot of the credit, because I think they have an identity now of knowing that they got to come in and be that scrappy, that determined team as far as just going after people and just making the game ugly.
I think we're 10-2 in February to end the month.
That's pretty damn good.
And as Ryan Trainer, our producer, said, I don't know what a challenge is. I have no idea what was happening at the end of that game, but we're going to show them to you. Let's get you to the highlights. Luka and the Lakers taking on the Clippers on Luka's 26th birthday.
Đón chào các bạn đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Bây giờ mình sẽ đi tô màu để cho các bạn cùng xem. Trên tay mình đây là những sản phẩm mình đã in sẵn để mình tô màu. Mình sẽ tô những bức tranh thật đẹp để gửi tặng đến các bạn. Và không thể thiếu đó là chiếc điện thoại để mình quay video, giá đỡ điện thoại, và đây là bút sáp màu. Bây giờ mời các bạn cùng theo dõi quá trình mình tô màu. Và mình mong rằng các bạn đừng quên ấn like và đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình. Cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều.
Đói cấm một chả vào rồi đi. Tiếp tục không còn nữa. Chúng mình không đi rồi.